Hello, neighbor.
Hello.
Do I have your permission to film you and use the footage?
Sure.
All right, and your name?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Excuse me, Dylan.
Can you describe yourself in 5 words?
Oh boy, coming out the gate with it. Interesting, passionate, difficult, obtuse.
Okay.
What is that, 4?
Yep.
Lover.
All right. Where do you live? Describe your living situation. Who do you live with?
I currently live on a 30-foot sailboat
Okay.
in Fisherman Bay that I've lived on since 2019.
Okay.
Second boat out of 2, but about the same exact make and model. So yep, been living on a sailboat out there for about 7 years with my dog, Winslow.
Right. Winslow.
Yep.
And where did you come from and why did you move here?
So I was actually born and raised in East Tennessee near the Smokies, so Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
And I had been working restaurants most of my life. And I had spent the last probably about 1.5 years in Nashville as a sous chef. Was working between 2 to 3 different kitchen jobs at a time, and kind of just getting burnt out with the grind and city life and nothing really exciting happening. And heard about a fishing job in Alaska. I was actually listening to a Modest Mouse song, one of my favorite ones, and the lyrics were describing like working at a cannery in Southeast Alaska. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I put a ad out on a Facebook group, and I got a call from Brian Chase, who lives here
Oh, nice.
on the island with Finley Vern Fish
Cool.
Co. Yeah, so I met him in Seattle and flew out to Southeast Alaska, fished the summer, and he needed someone to come back and drop his net off here on Lopez. And I was like, where's that? I didn't even know there was islands out here. I'm from Tennessee. Man, I was homeschooled, so geography wasn't my strong point. But yeah, so I came out here and I was like, this is sweet. And he's like, well, you want to go fishing next summer? And I was like, yeah, I don't want to go back to Tennessee. So he let me crash on the fish boat.
All winter.
And then I bought my own sailboat, and I've just been here fishing off and on and working at this restaurant ever since. So.
Cool. What is your favorite thing about living on Lopez?
I think my favorite thing, that's tough. There's a few. Obviously, the nature is a big one, and the environment. You get kind of desensitized to it, but then you go anywhere else, and you're like, there's a lot more concrete around.
Yeah.
I kind of like here how you can kind of do a vagabond or dirtbag lifestyle is the right word, but you can do a more minimalist lifestyle, and it feels like it's more culturally respected and appreciated. Right. I don't feel like I'm, putting anyone out or at risk of being ran off by police officers or whatever. It seems like
police officers.
Yeah, exactly. But it seems like a good place to you can either be someone with a second or third home, or you can be living on a boat or in a van or in a camper, or got friends in yurts, or it seems like a good place to just kind of do whatever your nuanced little thing is. You know what I mean?
Cool. In your estimation, what does a good life look or feel like?
I don't feel like that's something I could estimate upon.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, I think that looks different for everybody. Especially here lately with the state of the world, I guess that's a challenging one for me to answer. It's a good life to me looks pretty simple, mostly just like health and free of violence or drama. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm balancing feeling like I have one often with the survivor guilt / imperial privilege complex of knowing that that's at the cost of a lot of other people in the world's lack thereof that. So, but yeah, I'd say a good life to me looks like hanging out with my dog and having just enough money to take care of him and take him to the vet. And I'd like to go to a dentist and be able to eat decent food and hang out with people.
Okay.
Which I feel like I'm mostly there, minus the dentist trips.
Do you know about the dentist van that comes to Lopez?
I did. I heard about that recently. Yeah. I've tried to sign up, but It seems challenging to use their system. I've heard it's best to just go in person.
Yeah.
Try and get a walk in when they walk up. But yeah, I'm gonna do that soon.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Ooh, man, that's a tough one. Hit me with the hard questions. Sweating like I'm running for president. I'm like, oh God. I think vegetable wise, I really like peppers. So
Okay.
probably maybe like, and a tomato's a fruit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Gosh, probably like.
I mean, pepper's probably technically a fruit too, if you get down to it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn that homeschooling.
But I would accept fruits as vegetables right now. In the savory category?
Well, no, that's too many. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go with. Is avocado a vegetable?
Sure. It's another fruit.
It's not. Oh my God. What kind of line cook am I? Lettuce. I really like me some lettuce.
All right.
It's versatile and it brings a lot of things together.
Okay. How do you spend the majority of your time?
Here lately, working.
Okay.
Sometimes doing the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, every year has been a little different, surprisingly, even though they can often all feel the same. Here lately, I've been spending the majority of my time in transit between here and Westport. So I'm currently working here, and then my off days from here, commercial crab fishing
wow.
in Westport.
Commute from a job to a job.
Yep, in the summer, I'll be spending the majority of my time cooking
Okay.
and working. But then deep winter, I spend the majority of my time probably just hanging out with the dog on the boat and tinkering. I like to stay up late and work on electronics and install gadgets and watch corny animes on my boat and eat
Okay.
gas station sushi with the dog.
What do you wish you had more time for? Wait, your dog eats the sushi too?
No, he does not. It's bad
okay.
for him.
Just checking.
No, he's on a strict diet. I wish I had more time to just honestly, I guess because of my friend's puppy just passed away a couple days ago, and they're really in a tough place. It's made me think about I do spend arguably a lot more time with my dog than most people get to, just because of our living situation.
Yeah.
He has to go everywhere with me, but he's with me a lot. But I wish I could spend more time individually, focusing on his experience, playing
Right.
fetch more.
Okay.
I try and do that a little bit every day, 30 minutes to an hour. But I wish I had more time to just sit around in a field and toss a ball.
Fair. What do you believe will happen to you personally when you die?
I would consider myself sort of an agnostic.
Okay.
More of maybe what I would call an absurdist.
Okay.
I just think that the fact that any of this is even happening is just absurd, and not
Okay.
really in a negative or nihilistic way. It's kind of open to interpretation. I just believe nothing really makes sense,
Okay.
in at least defined by the man-made definition of sense and logic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't really know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I sometimes feel like maybe nothing will. Sometimes I feel like everything will. Sometimes I feel like it's already happened. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll get real Terrence McKinney on you with that one.
What's
But I
something
like to
you
say I
know
don't know.
more about than other people?
Something I what now?
Know more about than other people?
Oh. Than all other people, or just the average person?
The average person, most people you know. What's your special interest?
Probably. God, I'm trying so hard not to say something political, but
You can.
I unfortunately know a whole of a lot about the history of Zionism.
Okay.
Because, being raised half Palestinian with half of my family being full-blooded Palestinian refugees. But on a lighter note, probably maybe 12-volt electronics.
Okay.
I'm definitely not an electrician. Once you get into 120, 110, household stuff, just whoosh. But, red wire, black wire, boat gadgets.
Okay.
Maybe just boat stuff, I would say.
Okay.
Maintenance, boat maintenance.
Okay.
Anything you'd have to do to be a deckhand on a commercial fishing boat. Engine maintenance, lights, stuff like that.
What's something you've learned recently?
That I will, in fact, live longer than I always anticipated. The more it's appearing. I've been one of those people that every year since I was 20, I was like, this is the year I'm gonna die. And now that I'm making it into the age where everything's hurting and I'm slowing down, I'm like, I might actually have to face that music. So I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, well, life choices are catching up to me. I was just unloading the truck here and lifted like a not very heavy box of paper towels and like, my sciatica. I don't think I'm gonna recover.
So you learned that simply by living in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you have access to the health care that you want and need, and how not?
I currently do for a little longer, but I think because of my crabbing, I think once my crabbing paycheck hits, I'm probably gonna lose it.
Okay.
So that's been a very off and on thing. I've probably had about 6 months of health care coverage through Apple Health in the 7 years I've been here.
Wow. Okay.
So I try and get it when I can, when I'm unemployed, and then get in there, get everything done I can, and then bail and just, pocket money otherwise.
What's the biggest challenge you're facing in your life?
That's a toughie. Right now, in one word, I would say shame.
Okay.
And I could get into that, but just at a base level, that's the word I would pick.
Okay.
A lot of empathetic burnout with what's going on in the world and what I've seen. A lot of empathetic burnout in my own personal life and towards myself. A lot of time and solitude thinking about just choices I've made in my life and things, people you've been and things you've done, you know what I mean? I think that's also part of getting older, just reaching a quieter place where it gets quieter and quieter and you have more time to sit and think, and less need for outside inhibitors like mushrooms or psychedelics, kind of just getting to the point where I can have those bouts of introspective pessimism or optimism, without it. But yeah, I think right now what I'm dealing with the most is just what to do with everybody else's pain and my own, and where it goes once you've filled up so many containers and compartmentalized it in so many places in so many ways. It's like, where do you start putting it?
Often when people do start the substances.
Yeah, exactly.
When's the last time you read a whole book? Or listened to it?
As someone who was a child star reader and used to read hundreds of books like a year, it's been a while. Okay. I think I completed Seawolf by Jack London probably about a year ago. Okay. And before that, it's been a while.
Was it a good book?
It was a good book.
Okay.
It was very philosophical. I enjoyed that. It's kind of, it could get real droney if you're not into dialogue, but most of the book is dialogue between three characters with violently different spiritual and material worldviews. Okay. And they'll argue so effectively with each other that you finish the book not knowing who you agree with. Or simultaneously agreeing with all three, which this leaves you the paradox of the human experience.
My idea of a good time.
Yeah.
Describe a good person.
I think a good person is an honest person. Okay. And not someone who doesn't necessarily lie or cheat. But I think personally, for me, the only good person is one who would never claim to be. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're not being honest.
Right.
I believe, in the most polite way possible, I believe we're all scum at the end of the day. And I think that's what connects us. Okay. I think we all have the capacity for good also. Mm-hmm. And there's beauty in life. But also, we are all very much capable of harm or mistakes. And I think a good person is somebody who can live with that duality and carry it in a way that's not oppressive to other people. Okay.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
This cup of coffee and a cigarette.
What's your favorite breakfast?
My favorite breakfast, probably huevos rancheros. Okay. A good one of those, or maybe actually a really well done country fried steak with homemade gravy.
Is that the one with the breading on the outside?
Yeah, it's like a chicken fried hamburger, pretty much. Okay. That's the Tennessee coming out in me.
How often do you have that sort of thing for breakfast?
I will eat that specific breakfast anywhere I've ever been that has it.
Okay, when you go out
if
to
I'm
eat.
going for breakfast, and I will judge it viciously.
Okay.
It'll still be good. The worst
Right.
one I've ever had was good. The best one I've ever had was amazing.
No, were we on the Huevos Rancheros or are we on the
country fried steak.
The country fried. Okay.
I've never had Mexican food I didn't like.
Okay.
Even if people around me were like, "Oh, this is trash," I'm like, "It's still Mexican
It's still
food,
Mexican
and it's still
food.
delicious."
What do you love here on planet Earth? What makes you happy you're alive?
I really love. Really, right now, just my dog. I'd say I'd also love just. I like being scared in the right setting.
Okay.
I like. I hate it and
Right.
I dread it and I look forward to it with anxiety but like moments where I've done something scary for the first time.
Okay.
So like my first time as a deckhand on a boat where we were in like 17-foot waves and I was like,
jeez.
oh, I've never,
How long was the boat?
58 feet.
Okay.
And that was recent because
Okay.
most of my fishing time in Alaska I didn't see waves like that, but it was crabbing here in the winter in Westport. But that was like the first time I really felt like alive and excited for a while. And then you get over it and you're like,
Right.
all right, I just want this to stop. I feel sick. Yeah, I like that no matter how old you get on this planet, you can, if you really set your mind to it, you can find ways to scare yourself into feeling alive again.
Okay.
Like do